time for round 3 with Mardu Pyromancer. Let's go. Pretty good hand. Plenty of interaction. We'll keep. Cavern of Souls is a great sign, because we have plenty of removal against the humans deck here. And they choose human, so he's going to cast a Noble Hierarch. That's fine. I think here we're going to start off with Swamp for Fatal Push, and we'll Fatal Push whatever his turn 2 play is. Alternatively, we could cast Fatal Push on the Noble Hierarch. Yeah, actually I like that a lot better. We'll delay his mana development. So, and that makes sure that we don't get run over. So, yeah, that's fine. Next turn we'll cast this Collective Brutality, hopefully killing a creature, and we're going to be in a great spot here. The only thing that could be very annoying is if he has a Thalia. That would be bad. And he does have a Thalia. Alright. That is slightly annoying. Huh, the third Kolaghan's command. Well, that's very useful. I guess we're going to start off this turn by just playing a Faithless Looting. Oh, this is annoying. I kind of like discarding one of these Kolaghan's commands because it's so unlikely we're going to be able to use all 3 for maximum value. So I think we're going to discard Marsh Flats Kolaghan's command. Next turn our plan is Collective Brutality, this Thalia. Just give it -2/-2 and nothing else. Champion of the Parish is an annoying one. That's not a good sign. That's a Meddling Mage. He could certainly name Kolaghan's command here because it seems very suspicious for us to discard it. But he chose Lightning Bolt, so that's fine. I think we might have a change of plans here. I think we're going to choose to deal 2 damage to this Champion of the Parish right now, while we can ensure that it's only 2 power. So we're going to fetch a mountain, and then we are going to make him discard a card. Oh, we don't have any. Oh, we do have 1 mountain. Beautiful. He will discard a card. 2 damage to Champion of the Parish. We cannot do that. So there we go. Forgot about Thalia for a second there. Yes, we need to deal with this card because this card gets out of control rather quickly. We can take 4 for a decent amount of time, but we just need to make sure that cards like the Champion of the Parish and the Thalia's Lieutenant don't become too big for our burn spells. And our opponent has decided to take a break. Unfortunate. Usually they name either Lightning Bolt or Fatal Push with their Meddling Mages. It's usually Lightning Bolt because typically Mardu Pyromancer plays more Lightning Bolts than Fatal Push. One thing to be careful about with Meddling Mage is if they use the ability of Aether Vial, you have to respond to the Vial if it's going to be putting in a Meddling Mage before if you want to make sure you can cast your spell, because once you let the Violet resolve, there is no trigger for Meddling Mage when it comes into play. It comes into play without a trigger, so you cannot respond to the naming of a card. Next turn, our plan is to land Kolaghan's Command, kill either Thalia or Meddling Mage, and make him discard a card. Most likely it will be Thalia. In retrospect, this Fatal Push seems pretty ill-placed on this Noble Hierarch. This Thalia has been the bane of our existence in this game so far, and unfortunately, we didn't use our Fatal Push on it, and instead we used it on this Noble Hierarch. But we're not in too bad of a spot right now. It really depends on how much pressure our opponent can play this turn. Like a Thalia's Lieutenant would be very bad for us. We'll see what he can do here. A Mantis Rider would also be very bad. This Thoughtseize is also really bad in our hand. Next turn, we're probably going to just fetch a swamp with this, so we don't want to take that much damage. Well, hopefully our opponent comes back soon. All right. Alright, we're back here. Champion of the Parish. What is this? This looks like a phantasmal image. Copying Meddling Mage. Target. If he targets Kolaghan's Command, we're almost certainly lost here. Bedlam Reveler. Okay. That's fine. No attacks with this Meddling Mage. That seems very, very incorrect. And Horizon Canopy is the last land. Yeah, so we're going to fetch out a swamp. We're going to fetch out a swamp. In his draw step, we'll make him discard a card. He can respond by playing the Horizon Canopy and sacrificing it to draw a card. There's nothing really we can do about that. Let's see here. Swamp. We got a Militia Bugler. That was very good. Opponent did not crack the Horizon Canopy in response to discard a random card off the top instead of the Militia Bugler. So that's very good. Militia Bugler is a very good card against us. So he's going to crack this now. What's this? Another Meddling Mage. That's not so good. Especially because it pumps this into a 3/3. Name's Young Pyromancer. So now we get hit down to by 7. That's not so good. We really need a Lightning Bolt or something here. Ooh. I think we have to fetch Shock, cast Lingering Souls here. Kolaghan's Command won't save us. Now we're just going to chump block this or trade. Ooh, if this is a Kitesail Freebooter, that's really bad for us. We are in a very bad spot here. It's going to take our Kolaghan's Command. There's not a lot we can do about it. So we're almost certainly losing this first game. So the best we could do here is block this and double block and single block here. I think that's what we're going to do. I don't think there's a way we come back here though. We'll see if we can do it. And we're dead here. We could have drawn 2 cards with Faithless Looting, but it's just simply not enough. Alright, versus the Humans deck. We're going to bring in a Ensnaring Bridge. Very potent card against them. Another removal spell. And that's probably about it. Blood Moon is very good against them. Take out a Manamorphose. 1 Thoughtseize. And that's probably about it. The idea behind the Ensnaring Bridge is you cast it and then blow it up later with your Kolaghan's Command after you have enough tokens. Get rid of 1 Faithless Looting. That's an easy mulligan. This one kind of sucks. This one does kind of suck, but we're probably going to keep it on the backs of our 2 hate cards. Like, I think we're going to go turn 1 Thoughtseize, and then turn 2 Faithless Looting. Thoughtseize will tell us which one of these cards we want to cast, and tell us what cards we need to find with our Faithless Looting. So we'll keep this. We're going to put this on top, but we're going to fetch it away. Black, red. Thoughtseize. So he's kept kind of a loose opening hand here. Opponent kept 4 lands, Mantis Rider, Noble Hierarch, and that. This is a really weak opening hand from the Humans deck. I think here we're going to take the Noble Hierarch for a couple of reasons. One, it's going to slow down his mana. And 2, it means that this Blood Moon becomes devastating when it comes down. So we're going to do that. We're going to hope that we won't have to deal with this Mantis Rider until turn 3. So we'll do the Noble Hierarch here. Because he has no basics currently. So our plan, as of right now, is to try to get a Blood Moon into play as quickly as possible. Plays lands as go. We'll cast Faithless Looting. Perfect. We found 2 lands, and not only that, one of the lands can find our black mana. So here we're going to discard Bedlam Reveler and Lightning Bolt, as weird as that might sound, because we just want to play our 2 8 cards and just get the game into a state where they can't deal with that. We'll play our land tapped, and then pass. So we're in a great spot here. They might not even cast anything on turn 2, and then we'll have a Blood Moon in play. So he's got Phantasmal Image, Cavern of Souls, Mantis Rider. Beautiful. Now we'll fetch a Swamp, play a Blood Moon, and we are in a great spot here. It's pretty unlikely he's able to cast anything this game, unless he draws a basic land off the top of his deck. And he just conceded. Yep. Beautiful. So, is there anything I want to change being on the draw here? Not really. This is a pretty good configuration. Alright. We've got the Ensnaring Bridge, which is great. We've got Lightning Bolt and Fatal Push, and a couple of good 3-drops. We'll keep. Sure. Noble Hierarch. Now here, I think, instead of taking care of the Noble Hierarch, we're just going to cast a Thoughtseize. That seems like a much better use of our mana to just get rid of the threat. We're going to fetch a Swamp. Hopefully here he doesn't have a lot of threats again either. Oh, he does have a lot of threats this time around. So that's annoying. He's got a lot of good cards in this hand. All these cards are pretty good against us here. I think next turn we're going to take the Kitesail Freebooter. we're going to take the Kitesail Freebooter because we don't want him being able to look at his hand for this Meddling Mage. If he just casts this Mantis Rider next turn, we're fine, with that. And he can't line name Lightning Bolt in the dark because we have Fatal Push. So we're going to take this Kitesail Freebooter. Well, let's see what he names. He will name Lightning Bolt, and that's fine. We've got an answer for that. Attack us for 1. Sure. Ooh, a Dreadbore. What to do here? I kind of like playing Bloodstone Mire Pass with the intention of casting Fatal Push and then Lightning Bolt on the Mantis Rider. Yep, so we'll go Fatal Push, then Lightning Bolt. Casting Athalia's Lieutenant. Interesting. We'll cast a Fatal Push, targeting the Meddling Mage in response. Ooh. So he's trying to copy this Thalia's Lieutenant, so we can force him to copy Noble Hierarch, so we'll definitely do that. We don't want him getting another Thalia's Lieutenant. We'll fetch a White Source here, because we want to cast this if possible, even though it's going to cost us some more life. Now this is great. Now we can play a Kolaghan's Command, make him discard his Mantis Rider and kill one of his Noble Hierarchs. Kill the bigger Noble Hierarch at that. So make him discard 2 damage here. That's great. So, and we're just in a huge advantage right now. Now he's got a Noble Hierarch and he can draw 1 card off his Rising Canopy, but he's in a very bad spot right now. Draws a card. Plays another Horizon Canopy. So you have another play. It's another Hierarch. That's pretty weak. He can attack for 2 this turn, but it's not that impressive. We can take 2. That's all he's got going on right now. Here, I like casting Lingering Souls, just as a chump blocker, just to get us to the late game. Draws another card with Rising Canopy. Has another land. We'll block here to preserve our life total. Champion the Parish. It's unfortunate we don't have 2 black sources to both Lingering Souls and Fatal Push this turn. So I will I think our best play here is just to cast. I think I'm going to attack. Anticipate he only blocks with attacks with this champion and Fatal Push it. Yeah, it's highly like he's only gonna attack with this champion the Parish, at which point we can just Fatal Push it and take no damage, because he's gonna get 2 Exalted triggers if he attacks alone. What's this creature? Another champion the Parish. So he's drawing decently well. So we can attack for 4 here, but we're gonna Fatal Push. Pass. Sweet, that's perfect. So we can fetch Swamp and then go Dreadbore Lingering Souls. So things are going very well here. And here I don't even think we attack. I think we just hold all 3 back in case he wants to try to attack, because we could triple block. So we'd rather triple block and trade 2 of our spirits than get in for 1 point. Reclamation Shades. Just Reclamation Sage with no targets, that's fine. It's good that we didn't cast these earlier. So now we'll probably just hide behind this Ensnaring Bridge for a while. Put down this Ensnaring Bridge. And yeah, we'll pass after casting this Ensnaring Bridge. These Noble Hierarchs are really annoying with this Ensnaring Bridge. We should have cast this Lightning Bolt, but we screwed up. So I think what we'll do, we'll chump block here instead of trading all 3 away. And now we're going to cast Lightning Bolt on probably this Noble Hierarch, but we'll see what he casts. We'll see what he finds. A Thalia's Lieutenant. I think we're going to just cast Blood Moon here and pass. Make it so we can only attack with a Noble Hierarch and nothing else. Also, if he casts Thalia's Lieutenant, he can't attack with Noble Hierarch. So, that's good. So we cast Thalia's Lieutenant. Now he can't attack with any creatures. How do we want to play this? I think I'll play land and cast Reveler. Could get a little dicey though if we don't draw any removal spells, but I'll do it like this. Another Ensnaring Bridge and another Reveler. He tried to crack his Horizon Canopy under a Blood Moon. That's funny. Doesn't attack. Perfect. So now let's cast another Reveler. Discard. Ooh, young Pyromancer. And our opponent just conceded the match, seeing that it's going to be pretty unlikely that he's going to be able to get rid of these Ensnaring Bridges and be able to attack freely. And we were going to cast Young Pyromancer and then flashback a Lingering Souls. Alright.